atmosphere here at the bowling center. It's so much fun. There's something about the thunder of the rolling balls and the clatter of the crashing pins that makes you want to play. And everyone who bowls brings their own personality to the action. Strategies in bowling a good game is choosing the right ball. I already tried this one, so I'm going to give this one a try next. It's very important to get the right fit. Uh-oh. These holes are a little small. I'm either going to need a new ball or some different fingers. So, that leaves me with... Oh, boy. I like the feel of this bowling ball. Perfect fit. Now comes the best part of all. Watch me devastate the pins. When you bowl, one thing leads to another. You throw the ball, it knocks down the pins are reset, the ball comes back to you, and you're ready for another turn. When one thing leads to another, it's called a chain reaction. And here on the lanes, it all starts with the bowling ball. This chain reaction begins and ends with a bowling ball. But a chain reaction can start with anything. So we all know what happens when you give a mouse a cookie. But let's see what happens when you give LeVar another truck. Want to do that. Sometimes it seems like the ball has a mind of its own. Once you let it go, you never know what's going to happen. But one thing's for sure, bowling balls are made to take a pounding. And here's how they're made. This is the Ebonite Bowling Ball Factory in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. More balls are made here than anywhere else in the world. A bowling ball has two parts, a tough outer shell and a heavy center or core. The core gives the ball its weight. The core is made first. Workers clip plastic molds together and send them one by one down the line. A gooey plastic cement pours into each of the molds. Fill her up. Once the molds are dry, they're cracked open like giant eggs, and the cores pop right out. The cores are round, except for an extra knob on the end. The de-knobber machine solves that problem. Now the cores take a trip through the factory. Looks like a giant pinball machine, doesn't it? Then the cores are weighed on a digital scale and sorted into bins. The next step is to make the outer shells. Each core is put into the center of a larger mold. A liquid plastic called polyester is added to the mold. It's the same polyester clothing is made from, only in a different form. Polyester comes in lots of bright colors, so bowling balls can be stylish. After the plastic hardens, each ball goes to the grinder. This machine smooths the surface and gives the ball a bath. Every ball is rubbed and buffed to a perfect shine. Time to test for bumps or cracks. Bowling balls have to be perfectly round to glide down the lane for a strike. A special machine stamps each ball with the company name. When you add a dash of color, it really stands out. These balls are sanded down for a rough surface. That's for bowlers who like a ball that really curves. Other balls are left slick and shiny, so they'll roll straight down the lane. Not until a last spray of polish for the perfect shine. At last, the balls are ready to roll. They're shipped to bowling centers and stores, where finger holes will be drilled and each ball custom fit just for you. I love watching the balls smash into the pins. Sometimes they explode. And sometimes they barely topple over. But if you hit them just right, they look like they're dancing. games, falling pieces can create a spectacular chain reaction. Like in dominoes. Once they start to go, it's impossible to stop them. This is Bob Specca. When he goes to the gymnasium, he's not thinking basketball. He's thinking dominoes.
This is a domino, a little piece of wood painted black with white dots. I have dominoes of many different colors. I have red, blue, white, green, yellow, orange, and of course black. And I spray painted them myself. I use a ruler to lay out the patterns. I measure the distance, and then I set up the dominoes along that line. I just set them up so many times that I know exactly how they're going to fall. A little bit closer on the turns, a little bit further away on the straightaways. Well, this special effect is called the centipede, and that's because it looks like a little bug scurrying along the floor. The dominoes are triggered by one line falling down the middle, and the legs branch out from the center body. You have to be really careful when you set them up, because you might accidentally hit some dominoes over, and that'll topple all the other dominoes. Then you have to reach out and stop them before they knock all the other ones over. I like toppling dominoes because it's my way of painting something or sculpting, except it's on a hard, flat floor instead of on a canvas. It makes me feel really good to topple them over. They kind of create an art form, and as they fall over, it's kind of just a fun way to express myself. This design is called the diamond effect. The dominoes fall in 4 different diamonds. The first one is about 3 feet wide, then 2 feet, then 1, and then a little bit smaller. The dominoes will look like they're falling faster as they go. My favorite trick is the 6 days till Sunday. It has all the colors of the rainbow, and they fall in a fancy pattern. This black row topples across the bottom. It hits a domino here, which allows this little pinwheel to spin. This black domino then flies all the way up to the top. On its way, it triggers this red row, then it triggers the orange row, then the green, then the yellow, then the blue, and silver. And at the end, the last 6 dominoes, one of each color, all fall off at the same time. Dominoes, an art form in motion.
Dominoes, bowling, or giving a mouse a cookie are just a few ways one thing leads to another. Well, here's a lead on some really good books that are sure to bowl you over. But you don't have to take my word for it. Okay, I'm down to my last shot. I need one more strike to make this my best game ever. Cross your fingers, 'cause this is it. Yes! Oh, boy! Did you see those pins fly? I did it! My best score ever! You know, I started out a little slow, but now I'm on a roll. This calls for another game. A fresh set of pins, a new scoreboard, my favorite bowling ball, and guess what? I'm right back where I started. See you next time.